What are you resisting? What areas in your life are you like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite ready for that. So I'm going to do all these behaviors and patterns to make sure it doesn't happen just yet. Are you even aware that that's what you're doing? Most of us, I think most of us know. I always know when I'm resisting something.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, one example of what I've been resisting lately is I know I'm not feeling as energetic as I have been in my younger days. I'm not as clear headed as I was in my younger days. I am not as active as I was in my younger days. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. I'm going to procrastinate. I'm going to say I'm going to do it. Might stick my toe in the water, decide it's too cold, and back right the hell back out until something motivates me enough to do it. And that's only here me deciding, me getting out of my head, me shifting my beliefs.
Yeah.
Like, what is something that you've been resisting lately? Oh, she has a list.
Well, not a list, but just
Okay.
one particular thing.
Oh, what is that?
Every turn, in every situation of my health,
Mm-hmm.
it comes down to one specific thing. You need to do yoga.
And then I bust out
Those
laughing.
are like fuck you words to me, okay? Nothing against yoga practitioners. To me is glorified stretching, my own opinion. And but it keeps circling every time. It keeps circling.
Mind you,
You should
she'll
do this, you
stretch.
should do this, and you should do that. I stretch. I don't do warrior pose or tree, whatever the fuck those things are. But I do stretch. But every time I go to the doctor and, we talk about my health and my activity and all this stuff, you should do yoga. That's what I get. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, please.
And can you see how it's a limiting belief?
Totally.
Excellent.
Totally. I can
And
see it.
what are you doing about it?
Absolutely nothing.
So this is what we're getting at. We're all in resistance with something and we all don't do much about it
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
So how do you shift the mindset? How do you even know you're in there? But I'm not even going to say, I'm going
Yeah.
to backtrack that statement because we all know what we're resisting.
Yeah.
You're procrastinating, you're making excuses, you're making fun of it.
Yeah.
You've already decided you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But why? Like, what is the root cause of your resistance? That's
I would love to know.
where our answer lies.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know that too, because you like stretching. So, glorified stretching, like,
I
what the
don't I
fuck
don't
is the
like I don't
difference?
like stretching. I do it because I have to. Because if I don't, then everything hurts me by the end of the day.
Okay, so if you're told that yoga is also stretching, or you've decided yoga is also stretching,
Yeah.
and it can resolve all those issues,
Yeah.
why? Then why?
I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
How many yoga
Although
classes?
I did see the other day that you can do yoga sitting down for seniors. I might try that.
This is another thing in resistance. You'll take the easy route into something. Sometimes that works, it backs you into it. But other times it's just like, so you can do yep, dip my toe in, didn't like it. How many yoga classes have you taken?
How many what?
Yoga classes have you taken?
I think one, two mid tops in my entire life.
And you just hated them?
It wasn't for
It
me.
wasn't for you? That's okay.
It wasn't for me. I couldn't get into it.
So, what are you doing to find other things that are for you that will resolve those issues?
Um, at this point, I'm just trying to stay as active as possible, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to go do yoga at some point and see what happens again. you know, do it online or something. Like
And you like meditation as well?
I do like meditation. I
Okay.
love doing that.
And yoga is stretching and meditative.
Okay.
So until, if you can see, until she shifts what her definition and her belief
Yeah.
about yoga is, and that yoga is like not going to work for some reason. Like,
Mm.
so you'll do stretching because you know it helps you, even
Mhm.
though you know, don't particularly like it then.
Right.
But you won't do yoga, even though you keep being told by surgeons and doctors and natural, like, I,
Yeah.
that is where your work lies. And that is where all of our work lies. And if you can't figure out the root, find somebody that can help you figure it out or go a different way.
Yeah. Do something else, I
Find
guess.
other alternatives that are going to resolve
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
It could be a fear of the unknown, it could be a fear of failure, it could be limiting beliefs, it could be a lot of different things. So, the more you're diving into your psyche and why I'm resisting that, the easier and easier it's going to get to walk towards it. Or what I usually do is I rip off the flippin' band aid at some point and I just do it. Like when I was really sick a few years back,
Yeah.
and I was told, whatever you tell me, as long as you don't say I can't eat dairy and I can't eat sugar, I'm golden. And he's like, yeah, those are the two things you're allergic to, and yeast as well. Fuck. Fuck. Really? But I did it.
She did.
And I did it like a badass and like a warrior. I went 150%. I figured out how to make new recipes, eat a different way. Was it easy? No. Was it fun? No. Did it
And I
become,
was right there with her.
yeah, did it become my new routine? Yeah. And food tasted actually better.
Yeah.
I felt better and it was awesome.
Yeah. The food
And
did
then do
taste
you know
great.
what I did after I healed? Went into resistance, backslid.
Give me that cake.
I love cake.
She loved cake.
I love cake.
And back to that sugar.
But you don't need to have cake and fast food. No, I don't eat fast food, but
No.
well, like the fast food of like grinders and pizza, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Not McDonald's. Backslid into all of that. So shocking that I'm not as energetic or as sharp and all those things
Yeah.
because I know how my body functions. So the self sabotaging, it's an easy route.
Mhm.
It's easy to let yourself off the hook. What nobody else knows, yeah, whatever. So what standards do you hold yourself to? I mean, that's the big one for me. Is like, okay, I want this. The only person that can truly provide me with that is me. Like,
Yeah.
why does it have to wait till I go to doctor number 10 to say, hey, you should or shouldn't do this?
Yeah.
You find your motivation, you find your self discipline, you learn and educate. And if you can't hold yourself accountable, that's when you get a coach or somebody or a accountability buddy or somebody that's going to help you and support you in doing that for yourself. But it all comes down to you. So you're your
Yeah.
own worst enemy or you're your own hero.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
what it comes
your
down to. Yeah.
choice. It is your choice. So who do you want to be? Who are you truly? How do you want to feel physically, emotionally,
Hmm.
mentally, spiritually, like all those things? And what the fuck are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like for me, like I'm tired of feeling tired.
yes.
And also being in pain. So, I take those two things, and that's how I work around my stuff and trying to stay active and all those things. Not sure what the resistance is, I was goofing around, but not sure what the resistance is to yoga, but I'll do everything else I need to do to be able to feel better and to stay a little bit more active and all those things. And change the way I eat as well, because we just recently went to see a naturopath, and we've changed up some stuff, and that seems to be going well. And he did not
Very
take
well.
coffee away from me, which was good because he would have been done for. But other than that, we were good. All the other things are doable for me. And I'll have to tippy toe my way into yoga
Or not.
or not. I don't know. I mean, I'm doing all the other things that I need to do. So,
Yeah. And
you
there's
know,
so many different types of yoga too. So maybe
yeah,
the class you went to wasn't your type of
yeah,
yoga, or maybe just pulling up a random YouTube video and
yeah,
picking a random thumbnail isn't
yeah,
floating your boat.
yeah,
Maybe a tantric yoga, or different. There's so many different types
yeah.
that you can explore.
It just, for me, I need to be able to just take that first step towards it, and I'm just not quite there yet. I'm
Hmm.
working my way to that. Um, you know,
And that's all that's important. You're aware of your resistance,
yeah,
and you're working your way to the other side of it,
yeah,
because there's always going to be resistance. There's going to
yeah,
be resistance externally around you. Um, I mean, sometimes we have tech issues that's a resistance, and we just keep, this is important to us doing these videos for you, so we
yeah,
just keep going until we get there.
yeah.
You can always wade through the resistance, and doing it with a buddy makes it a lot easier.
Mhm.
So, resistance, are you ever going to get rid of it?
Nope.
Nah. Self awareness is key.
Yeah.
And what motivates you? What is your why? I know we hear this a lot. What is your why?
Mhm.
But like, is it more important to me to be able to go hike around Europe and experience all these different countries and see these amazing places? Or is it more important to me not to add a couple fruits or vegetables into my diet and sit here on the couch watching Netflix until I'm old and I die?
Mhm.
Mm, I mean, some people might be like, yeah, cake and Netflix is awesome. And it
Yeah.
is, but not for the rest of my life. I have so many things I want to do, and that is my motivation. And that's what drives me on some days, other days, not so much.
Yeah. And for me, it's about, having the energy to be able to have a good time, and explore different things and do different things, and not be so resistant to it, because I'm tired.
Right. And you
Well,
don't
I
have to
don't.
beat yourself up with
Yeah.
resistance either. Like, it's a plan in celebrations.
Hmm.
Like, when we hit the 2 week mark of doing XYZ healthy thing, we
Hmm.
are going to, I don't know, take a day
Get a
trip
pizza.
to
No,
gluten free, cheese free. We're gonna have some sauce. Yeah,
I could be
some.
such an asshole with these things. And again, I don't know where it comes from, but I'm aware of the. And like you said, that's what you got to do. Be aware of it. If you're aware of it, take care of it, and that's what I'm doing.
Exactly. So, resistance, just gonna be there. Work your way through it. Find people to support you, and if you're aware of it, take care of it. All right, that's it.
Be kind.
Peace.
Peace.